Morning goods, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Shock the System podcast brought to you by Sonare Tech and Gamers Hub and Slick Tight Pomade. So today, this episode, isang napakagandang guest ang kasama natin. One of the most influential. Ito yung mga, kung sinasabi natin before, hindi pa uso yung influencer. Si Miss Noelle De Guzman, yung guest natin today. Ito na yung mga nauna sa world of multisport, also known as Kikay Runner. Miss Noelle, welcome to the show. Thank you for making
inviting.
time, ha? Grabe.
Wow. Thank you so much for inviting me. Medyo nagulat nga ako na you wanted to hear from me.
Of course, grabe, 'di ba? Kasi syempre, yung mga kabatch nila, sino ba guest natin kanina, sila Jamie, sila Aldin. Of course, yun yung mga nauna sa triathlon. Gusto namin syempre pakilala kung sino yung mga OG. Hindi ibig sabihin ng OG mga older.
Hindi diba? Pa naman legends.
Hindi pa naman legends. May ibang category pa tayo. Of course. So, yun si Noelle, also known as Kikay Runner. So, pag sinearch mo sa Instagram, Kikay Runner, tapos meron ding website na kikayrunner.com. Diba? So, napakatagal na nito. So, ayoko magkwento. I will give the floor to you. What's your background as an athlete muna?
Okay. Well, actually, hindi ako athlete nung una. Sa school, ako yung reserva kasi hindi naman ako magaling mag-volleyball, hindi naman ako magaling mag-basketball. Yun yung mga sports namin noon or whatever. Magaling ako sa aerobics.
Aerobics? Oh. Diba? So, eto, babalik tayo sa terms, ha? Tignan nyo lang yung mga terms na gagamitin ni Noelle. Aerobics, ha?
At least hindi ko sinabing calisthenics.
Diba? Yun. Okay.
Pero that should have actually given me an inkling na endurance pala yung aking forte. So, after high school, nung pumasok ako ng college, wala rin akong sport.
Okay.
Although, ini-invite akong mag-audition for UP swim team, kaya lang pangit yung kanilang training schedules. Nakatira pa ako sa Parañaque noon.
Sino ang mga kasama mo nito sa UP swim team?
Hindi ako nag-trials at all. Kasi yun nga, sa Parañaque ako nakatira noon, parang 2 hours to and fro sa UP. Kasi wala pang C5 noon. Okay. Ganun katagal yun. So, wala talaga akong sport. Lumobo ako in college. Tapos, nag-exercise na lang ako sa bahay. So, aerobics ulit.
Aerobics. Okay. Natatawa ako kasi ginamit ni the legend Frank Claxon yung term na yan na aerobics. So, yung legendary term. Anyway, please go ahead.
Yun. So, I started running sa gym. Sa gym. Tapos, kasi yun yung pinaka-calorie burning workout. So, I started running and then in 2009, parang sabi ko, let's pick up a challenge. Actually, yung challenge dyan was I wanted to beat someone. Okay. And I found out that they had signed up for a race. It was the Globe Run for Home.
Sino tong someone na to?
Wala na siya.
Anong wala na siya?
Wala na siya sa buhay ko.
Yun. Diba? So, baka yung may mga kasama pa si Noelle na mga nakikinig ngayon. Wala na pala siya sa buhay niya. Okay, go!
Yun. So, sabi ko, siguro gusto kong talunin tong taong to sa 10K. Kalaunan, ako yung nag-race, tapos hindi siya nagising para mag-race. But I found it so enjoyable. So, sabi ko, sige, let's keep running. Tapos, ayun na yun. Parang, that was the time that people started looking at blogs for event information.
Blog. Guys, please take note. Blog. Hindi pa to vlog. Blog pa. Okay, go.
Kasi, I started blogging online in 2000. So, nung college pa ako, parang ganun. It was mostly fandom stuff. So, anime, the cartoons I was watching at the time.
So, hindi pa siya talaga focused on sports?
Hindi siya focused on sports. Parang eventually, naging online journal ng buhay ko yung blog ko nung time na yun. So, when I started running, it started getting more focused on running. So, finally, nag-spin-off ako. Ginawa ko, fully running lang yung blog ko nung time
So,
na
doon
yun.
nag-start yung kikayrunner.com?
Doon nag-start yung kikayrunner.com.
So, bakit Kikay
Runner?
Runner?
Kikay Runner? Okay, Kasi yung talagang OG sa running-related blogging in the Philippines, si Bull Runner, at saka si
Pizarro.
at saka si, sino nga ba yun yung nagpapatakbo ng BDM nung time na yun?
Bataan Death
Bald Runner. So, si Bald Runner at saka si Bull Runner.
Yes, okay.
And so, when I started writing about running, dun sa old blog ko, sabi nila, uy, you're the next Bull Runner. Medyo nahiya naman ako kay Jamie. Kasi parang, I don't want to be the next anyone. I don't want her to think that I'm competing directly in her space. I feel like I'm a completely different runner and personality to her. So parang, hindi naman siguro the next Bull Runner. So sabi ko, puro kakikayan lang naman itong ginagawa ko. Because I was basically running for fitness, to lose weight, that sort of thing. Sabi ko, so Kikay Runner lang naman ako.
Kikay Runner because of running to feel good, look good.
Yeah, that sort of thing. It was very superficial at the outset of things.
Okay. So kaya Kikay Runner.
Kaya Kikay Runner siya.
So, well, from that time, what year was this? 2009.
2009, yes.
2009. So for sure you have a lot of followers nung time na yun. You got your own network, you got your own type of athletes who are following you in your journey. Kwento mo naman sa amin, how was it back then na it was all reading? Wala, kasi sulat eh. Diba? The importance of, kasi ngayon, the evolution of blogging is vlogging. But back then, 2009, how was it back then? Was it, how were you able to capture that market through writing?
I think it's mostly people were looking for that information and they didn't know where to look for it at the time. Wala pang centralized na race calendar. So, pupunta sila sa Google, magsa-search sila ng races in the Philippines, parang ganon. Races in Manila, February, ganon. And people like me who wrote about races, dun kami nadidiscover. Google search or yung mga iba minsan, nung time na yun, takbo.ph was still like a forum, di ba? So, very active yung mga tao, nagpo-post sila about their race experiences, etc. Sabi ko, I put my race experience on my blog. Tapos ayun, nagkaroon ako ng mga parokyano.
Nice. So, since, well, before kasi walang ibang option. Di ba? How would you compare it to now? Nakita ko, nag-transition ka na rin to vlogging. You do reviews and like product reviews and all the events, no? How would you compare it from 2009 and now in terms of the nature of your market, your viewers?
Kasi yan, most people have moved onto social media as their prime means of getting information. So, imbis na pupunta sila sa Google, pupunta sila sa Facebook. Tapos dun sila magsa-search.
Facebook and YouTube.
Instagram, YouTube.
Diba YouTube is one of the leading search engine right now. So, yeah, please go ahead with your experience from, kasi you are aside from siguro from Monching, who has been doing it since then, di ba? Sa tingin ko, you are one of the best resource person to compare it.
I think it was easier to captivate people's attention at the time kasi there were fewer of us doing these things. Tapos ngayon kasi, aside from me, and aside from the people that I started out with, there are new people right now who are competing for eyeballs, competing for thumb-stopping content on your social media, that sort of thing. So it's more important these days to know exactly what you're trying to say. You have a message, tapos being able to say that in a way that will appeal to people. Yun.
So, nagbago ba yung strategy mo rin when you were just solely writing and then right now, you write and then you vlog? You still write, right?
Primarily now, I will vlog first and then kung ano yung sinabi ko dun sa vlog,
isusulat mo.
isusulat ko or I will expound on those things.
Oh, nice.
Oo.
So, tell us about your love for writing. You can talk about your career and why. Kasi, onti na lang yung ganyan, ha? Na mahilig magsulat. Lalo na nung nag-pandemic, ang dami nang gustong mag-video. Diba? For sure, kasi they can express themselves more. I mean, with video rather than writing. So,
Paano ba ako nag-transition, that sort of
Yes.
thing? Well, kasi, from the outset, I always loved writing. Even as a kid, I still have my old diaries. Tapos yun nga, nung nagkaroon ng avenue for me to write things and other people could read them on the internet, I did a lot of blogging. Tapos, that's actually become sort of like my career path as well. So, before I got super into sports, I wrote for Living Asia channel, so mga travel logs and stuff like that. Tapos I wrote for some magazines as well. So it was really a basic part of my nature. I will write to document and share things for other people to read.
So can you share us also your career right now? What are you doing in life? As mentioned, you love writing and it's part of your life as well. So can you share with us how writing affects your life and where it brought you right now?
Funnily enough, it was my blog that actually got me this gig. So, before I went full-time into my current work, I used to be an aerobics group exercise instructor for a major gym chain in the Philippines. Yun yung aking main source of income.
Okay.
Tapos, I would do running and triathlon on the side. It's just a passion project. I wrote about it. And then, I met my current boss. He said, "Oh, you're a blogger. That's interesting." And then, he had this parang coaching platform. And eventually, I got recruited to start writing content for this coaching platform. And then, they asked me to come on board and write like the press releases, the website stuff for a project that they were working. And it was all about sports. It was triathlon related, that sort of thing. So I quit my group exercise instructor job and went full-time into writing.
Nice, huh? So ang ganda from hobby, then it became your livelihood, your...
Oh, and for some reason, it's all interconnected. Like I said, I was a writer. By nature, I'm a writer. Sport took me somewhere where I'm back to writing. Diba?
Nice. So, let's talk about the importance of blogging in sports. In this era, do you still find it relevant na ngayon wherein everyone can be a vlogger in a sense? Diba? Yung blogging ba, does it still have a space in that pie?
Well, DC Rainmaker still has his audience, di ba? People who will read his blogs just because they know how passionate he is and nabubuting-ting niya lahat ng parts of the product that he's looking at, that sort of thing. So I think it's still important. And also, there are people like me who actually don't like watching videos from start to finish. I want to get to the meat of things. So I will do a word search in an article looking for the thing that I need. Yung ganun. Or, for instance, I'm looking for a how-to. I prefer, word, primarily, parang essay-type stuff rather than somebody talking to camera. Which is weird kasi now I talk to camera these days as a vlogger, diba? Pero, there are still people who are more, they're more attracted to the written word than the spoken word. And also, the bots on the internet are more attracted to the written word. So, it's easier to search for something and it's actually written down than something that's spoken on cam. Mas madali mahanapin yun.
Nice. So, may natutunan tayo ngayon. Hindi lahat nasa vlogging. Kasi, di ba, syempre yung iba, of course, some are very, how do I say this? Syempre, enjoy sila to talk to the camera, no? But of course, to like ad agencies, to the brands, of course, they want to get into the meat kagad, the most efficient way on how will you get your message across. Yun yung hinahanap ng karamihan, no? So, um, let's go back to kikayrunner.com. Ano ba yung nandyan sa website mo? And from 2009 up until now, it's still running. So ano ba yung nandyan? Of course, for our viewers, please don't forget to visit the website and kay yung socials ni Noelle, no, na ilalagay natin dito. But briefly, pag-usapan natin yung kikayrunner.com. Kasi for sure, it evolved na from 2009 up until now. Ano ba yung nandyan sa loob na?
Nung start kasi, it was really a journal detailing my progress with running. Tapos when I decided to run my first marathon, nandun din lahat ng aking, parang at this week, I wanted to train like this. Tapos yung mga races, dun ko nilalagay yung reviews ko about the races in the past.
So hindi pa uso yung mga, ano ba yun, yung race recap that no one asked for. Ngayon, puro ganun na ngayon, di ba? Race recap.
Before, it was expected that you would put the race recap somewhere. Ganun.
Nice.
Kasi parang small community, you want to share what you experienced at the race. Tapos people will say, "Oy, I experienced that too." Or sa akin, parang hindi ganyan. Tapos ano kayang pwedeng gawing mas okay ng organizer in the future? Ganon.
Oh, nice. So, mga very constructive statements.
Oh.
Or do you...
That was before. Kasi
That was
these
before.
days, I don't race as much. Tapos, there's not a lot that I can say that's new regarding mga ganyan race experiences. Kasi minsan hasang-hasa na yung mga organizers. So, wala nang irereklamo. Diba?
Pero was there a time na parang, for example, may isang race ka na sinalihan, hindi mo talaga nagustuhan, then you wrote about it?
There was this one race. It was a Valentine's weekend race. Tapos, medyo I was feeling strong and I think I crossed first female.
Okay.
Yung pala, they weren't awarding females.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was like, wow, Valentine's weekend, there's equal attention on men and women there. Tapos, grabe, hindi kayo mag-award sa babae. It was parang ina-insulto ako na ganun yung nangyari dun sa race. Especially since very few races would do that. So I actually wrote about it. Pero parang mas mabait pa ako dun sa pagsulat ko kaysa nung sa sinabi ko ngayon.
So nakarinig na sila sa'yo bago mo isulat?
Hindi, sinulat ko lang.
Sinulat mo lang?
Ay, hindi. Well, actually, I did speak with the organizer. Sabi ko, why did you do that? What was the purpose behind that? Kasi, grabe, bilang babae, parang hindi niyo ako nirespeto.
Yes.
So, yun. I did say that. And then, I came out with a review of the race afterwards. Pero, yun yung pinaka-harsh, I guess, na review na ginawa ko.
So, are you a type of blogger na you do it for the likes? Or, hindi ko alam kung anong term before. You do it for the
clicks?
You do it for the clicks? Or you just write it based on your personal preference?
I think I wrote it primarily for myself na I want to share. Merong impulse to share.
Yeah.
To the effect na dati oversharer pa ako.
Yeah.
Ngayon medyo nag-pull back ako because social media opens your entire life to other people.
Yes.
Pero it was my impulse to share. Tapos to find out whether other people agreed with me or not. Ayun. Pero I don't think kasi wala pang likes noon. The clicks were okay pero hindi naman monetized. So what's the point?
What's the point?
But
right now, in this time and age, have you tried writing something that you think would create controversy to whatever topic? Or, well, since you mentioned that you're not racing that much, did it ever cross your mind na
mang-away ako or
hindi na
whatever?
mang-away.
I'll just write something to create
spark.
Well, I did get into a few parang controversies in my time. Like sabi ko, uy, bakit tumataas yung mga race registrations, yung pricing, etc.
Yes.
A big kerfuffle, and in the end, ako lang yung nag-speak out about it. So parang tapos everybody who was like, oh, I agree with you. Tapos when I actually came out and addressed my concerns to the organizer, ako lang yung nagsalita. So sabi ko, parang it's not for me. Like trying to create that sort of spark or conversation, yung ganon. Kasi I usually end up on the wrong side of things.
So since you've experienced that, kasi I'm going to that, my thought process going to that already. Since you've experienced the other side of the spectrum, no? Did it ever cross your mind na parang ayoko na, hindi na magsusulat about this, or if ever dumating yung time, yung situation na yun, you'll still do it without thinking na baka mapunta na naman ako sa side na yun?
Parang ano kasi, yun nga, it was a learning experience na sometimes people express an opinion to you in private but they won't back you in public. So sabi ko...
Kasi grabe talaga tong yung Facebook kasi tingin ko, mapanghusgang lipunan ito ng Facebook eh, di ba? So, yeah.
So, for me, it was like, okay, if I can't back it myself, like, kung hindi ko kayang panindigan na ako lang yung may opinion na ganito, and other people don't, then I won't express it anymore. Kung hindi ko kayang panindigan.
So,
by
mas
myself.
ano ka na ngayon?
Mas parang kailangan,
you choose your battles.
Yeah, what I put out there is something I can stand by personally.
With or without?
Stand behind personally.
With
or
or
without
without
public,
parokianos.
with or without public approval or backing.
Nice.
Yun.
Kasi syempre, iba, susulat ko to, pero game tayo, ha? Di ba may mga ganun eh?
Oo.
Ipopost ko to, pero share mo, ha?
Kaya nga for me, I don't really do things for the likes or the clicks. It's really, my opinion that I will stand behind, yung mga ganun.
Nice. Kuis, you have something there? May sinusulat ka? Anong gusto mong... Ha? Pastok. Mamaya na yung pastok. Meron pa akong di pa ako tapos eh. Ikaw excited ka sa pastok. Ready ka ba sa questions mo? Meron kang questions. May pastok. Dito alam niyo na wala. Okay. So, okay. So, since pag-usapan na rin natin, we've talked about your process on how you write, di ba, basically. So, I'll go back again. I'll still touch on kikayrunner.com because I feel right now that the triathlon, the multisport community needs a lot of platform. We only have what? We have SBR, race day, but I still think na kulang pa. So do you have any plans on strengthening that kikayrunner.com, or is it just going to be like just there, just to be your personal blogging? And are you open to putting up like e-commerce or
I tried the e-commerce route before eh. Walang market.
Walang market.
Nagbenta ko ng shirt, walang bumili.
Okay.
So mostly I know that
subukan natin shock the system merch. Baka diba? Ito, kita natin.
di ba?
So we have our limited edition Shock the System Tracker Cup. Tracker Cup pa lang yan, ha? Di natin lang. Baka may shirt, may mga parete tayo mga shirt, mga stickers yan. So abangan natin. Baka partner tayo kay Noelle sa kikayrunner.com. Abangan.
I think my role in this ecosystem is really more about amplifying messages. Like, okay, there's a race coming up. Or how to train properly and who to approach to train properly, that sort of thing. So, mostly, ganun ang parang pakay ko ngayon when I write things.
Yeah.
So, it's the product reviews, event reviews, raps, race raps, mga ganun. Or sometimes, interacting with coaches and bike fitters and that sort of thing, yung mga experiences ko.
So you also play the role of like a media platform, diba? So whenever there's a press conference, for example, we invite you, then you write about this event, we give you the PR
package
and stuff.
Yeah. Oo, yun nga, parang media rin talaga ako for endurance sports sa Philippines. I feel that's my role.
Okay, so lahat ng mga event organizers dyan, bike shops, if you have launch, may mga launch ka ng mga events and other gimmicks, please contact si Noelle. She's a media platform. Kasi, we have all the publications, but I have friends from newspapers, from online platforms. Pero, since triathlon, multisport is a very small community, syempre, wala tayong laban kay basketball. Wala tayong laban kay volleyball. Ang mangyayari kasi niyan, syempre, si media platform, like, let's say, spin.ph, let's say, Inquirer Sports, Star, kukunin nila syempre yung magandang kwento. Which are basketball, volleyball, the nationals, and all. Yung mga nangyayari within our community, hindi na highlight sa national level. So we need more media platform para we send out the message. Like, we are taping this Monday right after NAGT. What happened yesterday? Diba? The local platforms can only do so much. The Subic Bay platform, the Go Radio, the local radio stations can only do so much. Bakit hindi natin i-strengthen yung mga, if I may say, independent media platform, diba? Within our community.
I actually wish I could do more. Kaya lang kasi yun nga, meron akong full-time staff and I'm not actually able to cover as much as I want to or talk about things as much as I want to. In fact, actually medyo nag-hiatus yung blog ko since August last year because na-busy talaga ako with work. Kakabalik ko lang.
Yun,
to
so
blogging.
at least you're back. So
I'm back.
let's talk about your work. Are you comfortable talking about your work?
Oh, yeah.
We've seen you participate. We've seen you in Phoenix. So let's talk about Phoenix Foundation briefly. And si Phoenix, nakita natin dyan some of our national athletes, si Jean Hart Kiambao, si Dash Ramos, and of course si Marjeline Didal. So I'll give the floor to you to talk about Phoenix.
Well, Phoenix Foundation is a nonprofit that's based out of Switzerland. It was founded by this guy named Sebastian Kulczyk. He's one of Europe's top 5 richest men.
Okay.
He came into his wealth. He inherited it from his dad, who inherited it from his dad, who built his empire from the ground up after World War II. Ganon. So si Mr. Kulczyk, si Sebastian, he feels like because he came by all of these inherited, parang wala siyang sariling legacy or parang he wants to put something in the world that he's created by himself. So Phoenix Foundation is that thing. It's a foundation that's meant to encourage children to get into sport.
Okay.
So, meron siyang parang buong pathway yan from participation all the way to professional. So, for kids, it's kids sports events, yung Phoenix Kids Triathlon, which we have in the Philippines. It started last year. It's going through this year as well. And then from there, meron pa silang higher level, which is Phoenix Future. It's a program for promising youth athletes who want to take it to the next level. So parang magna-national team sila or nasa national team na sila pero parang hindi pa sila nasa pro level. Phoenix Future takes them, educates them on what it takes to take sport to that next level. So si Jean Hart Kiambao was Phoenix Future alumni and then we picked her for Phoenix Junior team, which is the next level. Parang pa-professional na yan.
Nice.
Tapos meron pa kaming Phoenix Athletes program which Marjeline Didal is part of. These are athletes who are trying to make an Olympics pero medyo kulang pa ng funding or they're looking for extra funding. Phoenix gives them that funding.
Nice.
So after that is Phoenix team. So the big names on Phoenix team right now are Alistair Brownlee, Georgia Taylor Brown, Vincent Louis. So yung parang they're the pinnacle of sport and they're meant to, as part of Phoenix team, inspire the kids again. So parang circular siya.
Correct. So, if you check out, if you have time, please check out the website of goclark.com. Nandun yung mga events, di ba, ni
Yung Phoenix Kids Triathlon sa Philippines.
So, nakakwentuhan ko dito sila, race director Jumbo Tayag at si Cap Abe, no, na they are bringing kids from different places sa Clark. Nagpapadala sila ng jeep. Papunta, susunduin yung mga kids na yun just to participate doon sa Phoenix Kids na event, no. So yung Phoenix Kids naman, run, may triathlon yun, di ba?
Actually, ano na yan, parang they have fun run and then they have triathlon, duathlon. Meron silang beginner category, meron silang advanced category. So, yeah.
So,
Tapos, 1:1 yan. So, if you pay for an entry, you actually pay for the entry of that kid.
Nice.
Yung mga binadala sa jeep, yung ganun.
Ang ganda, di ba? So nakatulong ka na, and of course, yung kids na experience sila yung ganung organized na event, no, through Phoenix Foundation. So, briefly, what do you do for Phoenix?
So our company is Mana Sports and Entertainment Group. We basically provide or run all of these programs for Phoenix Foundation. So kami rin yung naghahanap ng partners in each country para magpatakbo ng mga events.
Okay.
So for the Philippines, kinatawan lang ako for Phoenix Foundation.
Grabe yung term na yun, kinatawan. Ano sa English ang kinatawan?
Representative.
Representative, diba?
Representative, pero actually meron akong parang may boss ako that oversees regional operations in Asia.
Oh, nice. So kung makita nyo but sa mga events nandun ka, diba? Sa mga events si Go Clark, pupunta ka rin?
Yung mga Phoenix Kids Triathlons. Last year, we were at all of the events. This year, parang we're giving Go Clark a more free hand in these things. Kasi parang talagang hasang-hasa naman sila eh. So it's like, the only reason I was there is, just to make sure na makampante yung mga boss. Pero kampante na sila this year.
Of course, si Go Clark naman, kapag magpa-event sila, sobrang plakado na. Saka kahit iba't ibang events yan, sigurado sila na walang magsasabay at some point, then sabay-sabay sila mag-finish. Galing. So, please don't forget, I'm taking this opportunity to also visit goclark.com. Nandun yung mga events nila. Kaka-start lang 2 weeks ago yung Fast Twitch, and then meron ulit sa Trifactor.
Coming up, it's Trifactor, and that weekend has a Phoenix Kids Triathlon also. Correct.
So, tingnan natin yan. So, mukhang sold out na, pero
yung kids hindi pa.
Yung kids hindi pa, pero yung sprint at saka yung Olympic distance mukhang sold out na, pero andyan na. I think they have 4 or 5 Phoenix Kids events this year.
It's 5 this year.
5 this year.
So mas spaced out nga ngayon yung mga events this year. So last year parang 1, 2, 3 months tapos nag-break.
Tapos nag-break, diba? So ngayon at least the whole year. Makikita nyo sa calendar nun.
Tapos yung year-ender nila, parang something special is going to happen.
Yan. Abangan natin yan. Okay, ready? Fast talk with Kikay Runner. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Full or half marathon?
Half.
Olympic or 70.3?
Olympic.
Tri-bike or road bike?
Tri-bike.
Carbs or protein?
Carbs.
Blog or vlog?
Vlog.
Yoga or aerobics?
Yoga.
Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Long ride or Ironman?
Long ride.
Thank you very much. What's next for Kikay Runner?
This year, I'm going to do the Sydney Marathon. Last year, I was injured. I had plantar fasciitis. So, nung gumaling ako, sabi ko, parang nangangati ako mag-marathon. It's going to be my first marathon since 2016.
Wow.
So, medyo matagal.
So, major comeback ito kay Kikay Runner. So, Sydney Marathon is going to be in September this
September
year.
15.
So, medyo medyo malamig. Sana malamig by that time, no? Para at least makapukpok si Kikay Runner ng konti. So, you have anything to promote? Here is your camera.
Okay, how do I promote this? Please visit my blog, kikayrunner.com. Also, my YouTube channel, youtube.com/kikayrunner, where I post all my product reviews as well as my experiences in the endurance world.
Yun! Very nice. Again, thank you very much, Noelle, also known as the Kikay Runner. Thank you very much
Thank
for
you so
making time.
much for having me.
And yun, that's it. I'm gonna wrap up this episode. Please don't forget to follow us on our socials, on Spotify, YouTube, and Instagram. Lalabas namin yan, mga fast talk na yan, mga quick, mga segments na yan dun sa Instagram. Edit natin yan, di ba? Yung mga chunky and juicy content na gusto natin mga viewers. And that's it for this episode. My name is Rafi, together with Kikay Runner, and we out. Bye, guys.